Hey, it's Dan McDonald, and I have another really awesome juice recipe for you today. This one is particularly good for your lungs. It is good for the blood. It is good for inflammation, and it is really good to thin the blood, to thin the blood clots. I'm going to share a little bit about that today with you. So what I do, it's pineapple, cucumber, mint, and cilantro, and I'm going to share a couple of special additions at the end that you can use to enhance the quality of your life, to enhance the functionality of this juice in one way or another. So the first thing I got to do, I thought it'd be cool to kind of cut a pineapple on camera here. So really nice pineapple today. Doesn't have to be peeled perfect. If you still have some of those little bumps, it's no big deal. The less that you cut off, the more juice you're going to get. If you try too hard to get off all those little eyes, then you're going to lose too much juice. I knew a restaurant that actually used to take the pineapples and soak them and clean the outside, because you lose so much juice when you peel it this way. But I just think it's more convenient, and I like to get rid of anything on the outside of the pineapple. They're quite porous and they pick up a lot, so I try to clean off all that stuff. And then I make little juicer size, whatever kind of juicer you got. This is the Green Star Elite we're using today, and I love it. And look at this pineapple. This is amazing pineapple. And I'm going to make some spears that are excellent for my Green Star sized juicer. This knife needs to be sharpened. Either that or I need to start working out. So there we go. And then I'm also going to show you how to cut a cucumber for this particular juicer, or any, but you cut it in half. Then you cut it in half lengthwise, and then you can quarter it. And then it pretty much will fit in any feed chute. And on this side, it's a little smaller, so I could probably cut that in half, and it'll still get all the way down into the juicer. Again, so here's like a fatter side, right? If I cut that in half, it might not fit, so I go into quarters with that. Some cucumbers are fatter than others. And then this is just the small side, and I just cut that in half, and then now all that's going to fit. So I'm just going to pull all that off here. And this juice recipe is really good for heavy metal detoxification with the cilantro here. The mint is really good for your lungs. The pineapple is anti-inflammatory and enhances the quality of your bodily fluids. When you eat fruit, you taste like fruit, okay? And it really improves the quality of your pheromones, your body odor. That's why one of the main reasons why the raw food diet is good. If you want to stay healthy and attractive, you can utilize these fresh fruits, vegetables, herbs, nuts, seeds, and seaweeds, and you can eliminate a lot of the issues associated with the modern dietary. So see, now the pineapple here, I'm just going to open that up wide so I don't have any problems with this video. But the pineapple in this juicer tends to you'll start to see it in a minute popping up over the top here. But it's going pretty good. So I just took the stopper off there so that it just all goes through. So you don't get as much juice, but when you're making the video, it helps you to be a little bit more fluid. So this is a really super enzyme-rich food that helps to break down old protein plaques in the gut. You can also couple that with the enzymes from Puridine as well. And when you couple that with the enzymes from Puridine, that also helps not only to break up the mucoid plaque in the gut, because the biofilms that are made out of the protein, polysaccharide materials, it also acts as a blood thinner. And there's a lot of problems going on with the blood clots. And I think that part of it is stress. Obviously, there's another obvious reason. But then I think coupled with radiation and vigorous exercise, that's where I think people are having trouble. And there was another lady at the market just fell right over. I mean, people are just falling right over. And we can't talk about it. So there's a lot of stuff we can't talk about because it triggers everybody's symptoms, because not everyone can see right through all of the fraud and the falsehood and deception that's been going on for our entire lives. You know? So, anyways, you can't have that discussion without flipping out. Anyways, I'm glad I know the truth because it sets me free. And then I'll fall for any of this hoo-ha hogwash, you know, stuff that they want to try to push. So that pineapple was a really nice one. It gave me about a quart of juice. This is the cucumber, which is very, very hydrating and very, very soothing. One of the greatest juice drinks is just plain cucumber juice to hydrate and alkalinize the tissues. One of the greatest if you have inflammation, you know, red, ruddy skin, or if you have skin issues, dandruff, anything like that, one of the best anti-inflammatory combos is the cucumber juice coupled with the anti-inflammatory effects of the pyridine, because a lot of inflammation is excess proteins, excess carbs, excess fats in the blood. So you can either fast, and what happens is when you water fast, about 3 or 4 days in, your liver starts making enzymes. But a lot of people aren't really ready to water fast, so you want to start doing something to start preparing yourself so that one day you can have your own liver enzymes breaking up all the junk, sludge, and slime. Until then, that's the reason why we use enzyme supplements. Ideally, you would go on a water fast for 3 or 4 days and then ride that out for about 10, 14, 21 days, and the inflammation in your body will definitely be diminished very rapidly. But like I said, not everybody is ready and willing to do the water fasting. So we're just going to focus on today's. This juice is it's a tropical heavy metal detox, and it's just one of the most amazing juices. Obviously, I'm going to drink that a lot more here than I am on the mainland, because we have these really good pineapples in there. Not too expensive, and they're just one of the best living foods in these tropical environments. So just use whatever foods you got around you. Apples, pears, peaches, plums, grapes, nectarines, tangerines, persimmons, whatever you got. Use those foods to nourish your body with the high vibrational living foods, okay? So that is about, looks like I got about 1.5 quarts out of that. Not quite, but almost. So what I'm going to do, I got the rest, good. I almost forgot. So I think this will take me to the top. I'm trying to get 1.5 quarts of green juice mixture. Then I'm going to add coconut, which I may not have even mentioned in the beginning. Come on, baby. Cilantro and big time heavy metal for the craziness of the world. Heavy metal is not. They love it. People love it. Not me, man. I ain't trying to have no inimical substances in my body. That makes me who I am. I try to keep my cells as clean as possible. I've been recommending everyone else do the same because it really pays off in the long term, and you feel good. You feel good. A few people have told me the last few days I look good. I try not to make that the emphasis, but it feels nice, you know. But I want to feel good. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really like trying so hard to look good, because you can look good on the outside and feel terrible on the inside, or be rotting and putrefying and dying on the inside, or be miserable and depressed and still look good on the outside. So you want to have it all, right? You want to have physical health, emotional stability, mental clarity and poise, and then you want to have that spiritual channel that comes from the living foods and fasting. And you dig, so there is the cilantro in a minute. I think that's going to take me up to right where I want to be. I'm even going to use cilantro roots today. Just to get myself a little extra. Love it. Nice and dark. Okay, next is this. Oh, good. Nice cold coconut water. Okay, now let's see how we did. Okay, good. Exactly 1.5. That's why I love this picture, because it has the 1 quart, 2 quart, 3 quart, 4 quart. 4 quarts is a gallon. Today I've got 1.5 of the green, and then I've got 2 quarts of the coconut water. So what is that going to do? That's going to be 3.5 quarts. And I've actually got 3 quarts. I'll need 1 more small jar, which is right here, and then we'll be set. So watch how I do this. So everyone who's watching out there in social media land, if you give me a comment, obviously subscribe to Rumble, YouTube, Facebook, whatever it is. And leave me a comment, thumbs up, share the video. All that stuff really helps the DTM to get more play with the algorithms, find more new people, then we can transform some lives. I've seen pictures the last few days of people's transformations. It's amazing, man. So sometimes I got off track because the world went crazy for a while there. I didn't go crazy. I still see it like it is. I was right about everything. You know what I mean? Conspiracy nuts are always right about everything. But there's no apologies. There's no admitting that they were wrong because they did it on purpose. You know, so we all know. We all knew from the very beginning, most of us anyways. Everyone I talk to has their head screwed on at least halfway. Not everyone knows all the minute details of, you know, the geopolitics and the globalist plan for total domination and tyranny, but through big tech and technology, the technocracy. But, you know, just drink your juice, eat your raw foods, go outside and play. Forget about all of it. Don't even listen to me. It doesn't even matter. So here's this is the most epic, okay? So now here, let me add a few adjuncts. So if you really want to have a nice anti-inflammatory juice that makes your body smell good and cleans out your bowels, you take this juice that I just made and 8 years on, boom. Okay? Can you dig it, baby? So we're going to fill up some jars. Also, check it out. You can also add, I wanted to say, you know, you can add organic wheatgrass juice powdered, or you can throw in a little fresh wheatgrass into a juicer like this and amplify it to another level. Here is some chlorella. I love, love, love chlorella. My intuition is my intuition, and I follow it. And when they're spraying heavily, my intuition would be screaming at me, chlorella, chlorella, chlorella. And I do what my insides tell me because that is divinity talking to me. Also, barley grass juice and delicious flavor. All of these go great with coconut water. And if all you can get is the coconut water at Costco that's organic without sugar, use that because that's what kept me hydrated too on the mainland. Those things, those Thai coconuts got to be $5. I would use them for dressings and some juices, but I couldn't keep up with my coconut habit, so I just would buy those cases, you know, and that's not really a raw living food, but I've had experiences in the past where the electrolytes in the coconut water were still extremely beneficial. Finally, last but not least, some spirulina. Can you dig it? Any of those, alfalfa, whatever. You know, you can add it to this to enhance it, to take it to another level, whatever you want. So if you wanted to, you could add a teaspoon or even a tablespoon of spirulina to this. Stir it up, bam. You have a wonderful concoction. These are tonics, life-giving tonics. Okay, my friends? So we're going to see if we nailed it with 3.5 quarts. a living liquid. You want to fill those up to the top as much as you can, and then you want to put the lid on, because if you have space in your jars, you're going to have more oxidation. Okay? So just fill those up to as high as you can. I've got a little bit left there, but that's okay, just for the sake of the video. Thanks everyone for watching. Thanks for leaving me a little comment or something. Thanks for subscribing. Thank you for sharing. And I will be in touch with all of you again very soon. Okay? So y'all take care of yourselves now. I'll put this in the fridge. We'll call it a day. Thank you, Instagram. Thank you, YouTube, Rumble, Facebook, Telegram, the whole thing. And I have a good time. I hope everyone gets healthy. 2023, this is your year, baby. This is your year. Can you dig it? Health is wealth. Hydrate, alkalize, detoxify, regenerate. Stay hydrated to stay motivated. And go outside and play. Get some exercise. Mix it up. Try to do 2, 3, 4 different kinds of physical activities to keep your body and your muscle bellies, you know, so that you keep that muscle memory and that you stay young, healthy, vibrant, flexible, mobile into your 120s. You know what I'm saying? Aloha.